So I like Kovalev. I think he's the best light heavyweight in the world. I think that maybe he's too much. I think he's the best light heavyweight in the world. I don't think there's anyone out there that can beat him right now,
Including Andre Ward?
Including Andre Ward.
Well, was it because of what you saw Saturday, or did you always feel that Kovalev was?
A little bit of both.
So how do you break that fight down? Do you think Andre Ward gets stopped, or does it go the distance, or what is Kovalev? Because Kovalev's a good boxer also.
I think that Kovalev has to stop him to win the fight. I think, yeah, otherwise he'll get outboxed because Ward's a great boxer, and he'll need to catch him. And can he do that? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know, but we know he's a great puncher, and that'd be an interesting fight. I mean, I'd like to see it.
Does Andre Ward? A lot of people already have him tabbed as one of the top pound for pound guys. If he beats Kovalev, does he solidify himself as the #1 guy?
Oh, yes, it's a big win. That would be a huge win. If he wins that fight, I'll give him the top notch. That'd be. But it's a very interesting fight though, because it can go a lot of different ways. You know, I mean, puncher, boxer. You know, but the puncher can box a little bit also. He's proven that to us when he fought. Hopkins, yes. So, very interesting fight, yeah. So something I'd like to see, though.
He hasn't lost since he was 12. Is that an amazing feat that he hasn't lost since the amateur is 12 years old?
Well, they got some guys out there like that. And who's that? The great Olympian Melenchenko has a long streak, and the Cuban boy has 200 wins in a row twice in his life. So there's some guys with some great records out there, and they were just born winners, yeah.
All right, so multi-time trainer of the year, Freddie Roach, had some interesting things to say about the upcoming Kovalev versus Ward fight. From the beginning of the interview, Roach stated that he believes Kovalev to be one of the top fighters in the game right now. Now, I have to agree, Kovalev certainly is one of the top current fighters. However, many people feel Sergey is unproven, as he has not really been tested by another top boxer. I, however, do believe he has been in enough fights to showcase both his skills and his power. Now, we know Sergey can get hit and has even been dropped. However, usually when Kovalev does get dropped, he usually gets up and puts on a bigger ass whipping than he did before he was knocked down. But one thing I wonder about is Kovalev's stopping power in the later rounds. Granted, of the 31 fights he has been in, 26 have been KOs, TKOs, but it's tough to really tell how much power he has in the later rounds. I mean, he did get the TKO against Jean Pascal in the 8th round. Then in the rematch, Freddie Roach himself refused to let the fight go on after the 7th round. So obviously Kovalev has plenty of power in the mid to late mid rounds. And we saw Sergey beat the living shit out of Hopkins in the 12th round. But you have to wonder, how will he do in the later rounds against Ward? If Ward is able to tire Sergey out by holding him early or smothering a lot of his punches or making him actually miss a lot, you have to wonder if Sergey will waste a lot of that energy and not be able to carry his power into the later rounds. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see. Roach also said that he believes Ward to be more likely to get the decision because of Ward's ability to outbox Kovalev. And my thoughts is there's always the possibility of a robbery, not just in this fight, but anytime you leave it to the judges, you have no idea what they're thinking. But specifically in this fight, it's obvious Kovalev is not liked by many. And it wouldn't be out of the question for a judge or two of the judges to actually completely rob Kovalev of a victory if he truly deserved it. Plus, it might want to keep the story of Ward not losing, supposedly since he was 12 years old, keep that storyline going. In any event, there is a large possibility that the decision would go to Ward, whether he earns it or not. But I don't think that matters. Kovalev most likely will go for the KO. It's just what he does. And he probably realizes that taking it to 12 rounds will be very risky. Now, Kovalev does obviously leave himself open to a lot. As we know, like we just mentioned, he has been dropped. So it would be interesting to see if Ward not only can, but will he capitalize on that. We all know Ward doesn't like to get hit, so he may not be willing to actually exchange. Furthermore, I mean, Ward just really isn't a KO boxer, a KO fighter, so the likelihood of him actually stopping Kovalev is pretty much non-existent. But in boxing, anything can happen. Just Ward stopping Kovalev, though, will be very unlikely. So anyways, I expect both guys to come out in tremendous shape. I still am heavily leaning towards Kovalev getting the victory. But, I mean, Ward also has a great chance of getting the decision. So, man, I wish all fights could be this competitive. I know on fight night, anything can happen. I mean, it could be a complete blowout. But going into the fight, it looks like it's going to be very competitive. I did like Freddie Roach's analysis, and we'll have to see what happens on November 19th. You guys take care and have a great day.
Let's go!